let's look at how players are selected to the national team.
Yeah, you can look at that.
They are not based on merit. So even let me ask you, you think Inaki is our best player?
No, I don't think so.
So then why are you saying this to me?
Okay, so you can answer the question by saying that the players they selected onto the field were not.
That is what I'm back to, saying that there are certain players who are there not based on merit. I'm not saying Inaki is not a good player. But you are playing Inaki
so you're saying
at
that
a
this
position where he's not supposed to be.
As a result, Inaki is a striker.
Yes, yes, but
on that day he didn't play in the
midfield. You think he's a striker? I don't see him as a striker.
What is he? How do you see him?
I mean, he plays as a winger and he cuts in.
Is that what he does for his club?
Yes.
Oh, he's a winger.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like Mohamed Salah.
Exactly. But he's always coming down.
He's always coming that way.
Oh, he's not an arrowhead.
No, he's never been an
arrowhead. We have always played him as an arrowhead.
That is what you want to do by force.
No, I mean since the German coach since World Cup. Otoado. We've been playing Inaki as an arrowhead.
When you have football people influencing selection of black stars, now you go to the field and things are not working well. You tell me to only fire the players and fire the coach. We've been doing that for the past years, and what has been happening?
Now, what's so surprising to me? I didn't know Inaki was a winger.
And we have again. Look at one thing that is happening. We have an FA president who's got a huge conflict of interest in this thing. He alone, he has 6 football teams at every level. Whenever any of our national teams are called up, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing it, but I will entreat you, if you can, do a research on the players that are called up at every level. 17, 20, 23, even the men's. No, I'm talking about men's football. You realize that. He alone, Keto Kreku alone, and every ESCO member.
Their players are in there.
They are not the best players. I'm not saying
but their players are in there.
Their players, it is dominated by their players.
Whether they are good or not.
That is the fact.
That is the problem.
Whether they are good or not.
That is the problem.
We made the point. Sly Tata was an FA member.
His
players were playing.
They are good.
But
They were good. They were good.
They were great.
They were.
So there's no problem with that.
That is it.
You put a good player in.
That is what we are.
But then you have to say something for Koscielny. He didn't never put wild stars.
Please, why are you considering the every time?
Because I want to make that point for him.
What is it?
No, I want to make that point for him. That he never, and I made this point on this program when we were playing the African Cup of Nations. He never put wild stars.
They have 2 players in the team.
It's not about he had 2 players.
Yeah.
They were playing for his team.
Yes.
Right.
You understand? And at that particular time, they were good.
Yeah.
But that's the point.
Let me President Adom-Otchere, me knowing him, he will not add his voice or interrupt or interfere in Black Star selection.
Correct.
Me knowing him, I don't see him interfering or maybe, he would ask you to pick this player or pick this player.
Do you think that's happening now?
His action is to get the money to push the team to win. That is what I know about him.
Yeah.
He only has his problem with whatever about financial, letting things be transparent when it comes to financial or money. That's all what I...
But you think his objective was always to push the team to win?
Yes. So you are not a FA president that you are there to be an agent person where you are always imposing players for coaches. That is not right.
What's happening now?
That is what is happening.
He's on record. Keto Kreku is on record. He had an interview with my brother Adom-Otchere from I've forgotten.
Nat.
No, not Nat. The one who just won the best.
Gary.
The man is on record to have said, even if he's incapacitated, on the day when the final Black Stars list will be released, all national level, if he cannot be there, he will get somebody who he trusts to go and sit in that meeting. And if he disagrees with the technical team, that player will not find his place in the national team. He's on record to have said that. He has never taken that back, and that was a mistake. Henceforth, I wash my hands. He's still influencing, because when the call-ups are made, you see players belonging to his team dominating the call-ups of our national team. They are not the best players.
They are not the best players.
He used our national team to market Philemon Bafo and sold him and put the money in his pocket. Philemon Bafo will complain that he had been given close to 12, 13 Black Stars call-ups. Even in friendly games, they will not allow him to play. He was just using the platform to market his player. By the time we realized he sold the player, who got the money? He did.
But if he sold him, then the player is good.
No, but you can use your own platform then. Don't, because of your position.
But didn't Ghana benefit from Philemon Bafo?
We did it. Let me tell you why. When we went to the AFCON, he was
Cote d'Ivoire AFCON.
No, the one that got booted out by
Comoros.
Exactly. When we went to that tournament, and the Adom, who was at right back, Philemon Bafo, we were told, is the specialist at right back, and the Adom got injured. You could clearly see him telling the coach that I cannot run, I am not fit, take me off. The only possible solution to that problem was to introduce Milovan 10.
Introduce Philemon Bafo.
Yeah, Philemon Bafo. Milovan 10 and look at Bafo. And when he was asked, he said he doesn't think the ball is up to the standard. Who took him there? Milo. Definitely kept.
Who asked him? Who asked him?
Well, Milo said he will not substitute him.
He was so,
because he doesn't think it was up to the standard.
Played through the injury.
Oh, I see.
I'm telling you this for a fact. He played through the injury and then we got booted out in the tournament.
So we didn't field Philemon Bafo.
We did never.
So why do you say he used our platform to sell him? Where did they see him?
You see, when players are being bought, the fact that he's in the national team,
profile.
The profile alone adds to the value of the player. And that is what this man, Kento Kreku, the ESCO people, that is what they've been doing with our national team. If the late Ike Afrani, the late Samadi, the late Ben Kofi, if that had been their way of doing things, the Ben Kofi 5-year development plan wouldn't have unearthed Michael Essien, Suleiman Tari, John Pencil, John Mensah, Majan, name them. We wouldn't be where we are today. So all that we are saying is that going forward, never again. And for me, I want to believe that the best way forward is for the government of Ghana to go back to the way it used to be. Football people should not be given the opportunity to vote who should.
But the thing coming the point
yes, football people should.
The president should select one.
Should select 2-3 people, let them vote. So the president select, the government selection becomes the president. Then Ghana brings 2-3 as vice. So because at the end of the day,
that's how Adom-Otchere became vice.
Exactly. At the end of the day, the amount of money government is developing infrastructure, not the FA. The money government spends, the FA now and then goes to the government to invest in football. You put the taxpayers' money into
and that way the FA president has a check. The
exactly.
president is his boss.
He's the boss.
You can change him.
Can change him if he's not doing
that
Take him
works.
out.
That works.
Take him out.
And the president's ultimate obligation is that the team should win.
Exactly.
Otherwise, his vote is at stake.
It's at stake.
Yeah.
You're going to take 120 people. You get about 80, 75, 80 of them, manipulate them. You sit there for as long as you can and misbehave.